marriages and couples will face different redeems in the course of your marriage. In fact, we normally say it takes a lifetime to know a marriage that has worked. Because Pastor talked about social norms. So because people post a lot and all those things, so people will look at people's picture and say, oh, this is couple goals. Or you see people that are breaking fundamental biblical, marital principles. And somebody say, oh, but why is Pastor asking me not to move in to with the person, my boyfriend or my girlfriend? Or why is Pastor asking me not to marry someone that is not of the same faith? That I know so and so. Or I know so-and-so that did and is working. And the truth is that just because a marriage has worked for 10 years doesn't mean it's working. It takes a lifetime to actually know a marriage that has worked. Pastor mentioned people that are divorcing at 60. We all know people that have divorced after 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. But before that time, people would have quoted them or pointed to them and say, oh, this people is working. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? So it takes a lifetime to know the marriage is working. And sometimes just because people are still living together and not officially divorced doesn't mean the marriage is working. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? I made a comment, excuse me. I made a comment on a post some weeks ago. A bishop, he had bishop in his name, so I believe he's a bishop. He interviewed two ladies on the street. And he asked one of them, are you married? She said, yes. He said, how long have you been married? I think the lady said 38 years or something like that, or 28 years, something like that. And, the bishop was so excited that if you've married for that long, that you probably married the right person. And the woman said, no. The woman said, we've lived apart for 10 years. In the same city. We just live apart. And she said, that's the easiest way not to argue all the time or fight all the time, and that's how not to get divorced. So you see, sometimes people are walking through different coping mechanisms, but what they have cannot be called marriage. This woman took her own a step further by literally moving out. But there are many people that still live together, but what they are doing cannot be called marriage. It's not a functional marriage. Is somebody getting what I'm saying?